On 20th January, DeepSeek, a Chinese AI company, released the DeepSeek chatbot based on its R1 model, which shocked the whole world.
For the last 3 weeks, one name has taken the AI world by storm: DeepSeek.
In just 1 week, DeepSeek became the most downloaded free app on US Apple Store, surpassing ChatGPT.
The app has become the most downloaded free app in the US already.
And in the next day, it also became the most downloaded app on Apple iOS in India. The release of DeepSeek created shockwaves in US stock market.
DeepSeek shaking up global tech.
Nvidia losing nearly $600 billion in market cap today alone.
Nvidia's stock fell down by 16%, wiping out $600 billion of its market capitalization. The tech-savvy Nasdaq index dropped more than 3% after launch. With the launch of DeepSeek R1 model, company released a document which states that it is more advanced than ChatGPT O1 model, Google Gemini, Meta's Llama, Alibaba's Coin, and it has performed better in multitude of fields such as quantitative reasoning, math, scientific reasoning, and coding. The most attention-grabbing thing is that DeepSeek is free to use, whereas to access ChatGPT O1 model, it costs $200 per month. In this video, we are going to uncover who is this secret person behind DeepSeek and how DeepSeek has managed to create such a mess around the world in just 1 week.
The release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call.
Meet Liang Wenfeng, who founded DeepSeek. Not much is known about the founder. Look at this picture. This is the only picture we have of him. In 2016, he and his college friends founded a hedge fund which used AI and mathematics to make investments. By 2019, they had 10 billion in assets under management. Same year, he founded High Flyer AI, which was dedicated to research on AI algorithms. 4 years later, in 2023, Liang announced High Flyer AI would develop an artificial general intelligence (AGI) and launched DeepSeek. He wanted to create an AI model that would be better than all the models in the world. Another interesting thing is that he used the money he was making from his hedge fund, which was his previous business, to fund this project because venture capitalists didn't believe in his idea and refused to make any investments in this company. On 20th January 2025, DeepSeek released its R1 model.
Is mind-blowing, and it is shaking this entire industry to its core.
Their model is actually the top performing, or roughly on par with the best American.
We should take the development out of China very, very seriously.
To build this AI model, only about 200 people were involved, and 95% of them were less than 30-year-old, compared to its rival OpenAI, where there is almost 3,500 employees. DeepSeek's hiring preference is skills, the person's technological abilities, rather than their years of work experience. Now let's understand how is it different from its rival ChatGPT. If you ask a question to DeepSeek, you can see in real time that this chatbot is thinking. It takes time to think and start asking question to itself and even counter question to itself. You can pause the video and see it. It analyzes the question from different angles and perspective. Then it reaches the conclusion and provides an answer. But if you ask the same question to ChatGPT, it provides the answer instantly without thinking much. One of the reasons why DeepSeek has been heavily criticized because of its political controversial questions about China. For example, if I ask DeepSeek what happened in Tiananmen Square in 1989, or is Taiwan an independent country, or what are the possible ways Xi Jinping can improve his governments, DeepSeek has the same answer for all of these questions. That, sorry, that's beyond my current scope, let's talk about something else. But if you ask the same question about a different politician, for example, change the name Xi Jinping to Narendra Modi, what are the possible ways Narendra Modi can improve his governments? And DeepSeek provides a detailed answer. Or for example, change Narendra Modi to Trump or Putin. It gives you a detailed answer. But if you ask the same question to ChatGPT, which DeepSeek was unable to answer, it provides you with a detailed answer to these questions. Now I want to show you the performance comparison of DeepSeek to other popular AI models that are in the market, like OpenAI's ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, Alibaba's Coin, Meta's Llama. Here you see, in terms of coding, DeepSeek ranks number 1. In terms of quantitative reasoning, again DeepSeek ranks number 1. In terms of scientific reasoning, DeepSeek stands on 3rd. First one is O1 model of ChatGPT and O3 mini of ChatGPT. Now we know that two of the most advanced AI models have almost same performance on a wide range of subjects. But the real game changer is pricing. DeepSeek is completely free with no limitations on the number of queries, while ChatGPT basic version is free, but to access more advanced features and models like ChatGPT O1, user needs to pay, and that is $200 per month. Another important feature of DeepSeek is that it's open source, unlike ChatGPT, which means developers can freely use, modify, and distribute the code without worrying about sending their data to China. Reportedly, DeepSeek R1 model was trained just under 6 million, while ChatGPT was trained for about 100 million. And companies like Meta, Microsoft, Tesla, Google have been spending billions of dollars to train their AI model. This raises a serious question of why do these mega tech companies investing this amount of money, whereas a Chinese firm made it possible just under 6 million. To run these AI models, these companies need powerful GPUs, especially A100 GPU designed by Nvidia, and ChatGPT and other AI models run on these GPUs. But DeepSeek proved that it's not important to use H100. They stated in a document released by them with the launch of DeepSeek is that they use old Nvidia H800 GPU to power their AI. Because apparently US banned the export of A100 GPUs to China to stay ahead of this AI race. Because DeepSeek showed the world you don't need expensive Nvidia's H100 GPUs to build an AI model. Unlike OpenAI, Meta, Oracle, Google, Microsoft, this led to a widespread chaos in US stock market.
DeepSeek, which has completely roiled the American stock market.
12 hours ago, Nvidia was the most valuable company on America's stock market, but then in some furious trading overnight on the Nasdaq index, its value plunged of almost 17%. About 1 trillion Aussie dollars was wiped off the value of Nvidia, or 600 billion US dollars.
It's a bloodbath on Wall Street. Since morning, tech stocks have been tumbling. They're set to lose $1 trillion, $1 trillion in a day. What led to this? A Chinese chatbot. It is called DeepSeek, and it has caused mayhem in the AI world.
Nvidia's stock price fell down by 16%, wiping out 600 billion of their market capitalization. The S&P 500 technological sector experienced a 5.6% drop, which wiped out 1 trillion out of the US market. The impact wasn't limited to US, as shares of Japanese companies linked to AI also plummeted. Even US President reacted to the release of DeepSeek.
The release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries that we need to be laser focused on competing to win.
Tech leaders had a mixed reaction to the release.
I think DeepSeek in particular has a higher quality than some of the other companies in China. Actually, we were aware of DeepSeek for quite a while and kind of identified it as more likely to succeed than some of the others, like Alibaba. So it's a particularly talented team.
Is the mother of invention, because they had to go figure out workarounds. They actually ended up building something a lot more efficient.
It's really remarkable the amount of progress they've made with as little capital as it's taken them to make that.
Sam Altman, who is the CEO of OpenAI, tweeted that DeepSeek R1 is an impressive model, especially what they have been able to deliver for the price. But DeepSeek is far away from having no troubles. Several countries and government agencies have restricted the use of DeepSeek due to security and data privacy concerns. Italy was one of the first countries to ban DeepSeek. South Korea announced it was removing DeepSeek's chatbot from Google Play and Apple Store due to the company's failure to comply with the South Korean data protection requirements. NASA blocked DeepSeek from its system and employee devices. Several government agencies of India, Australia, US blocked the use of DeepSeek due to concerns about data security, privacy, and potential risks to national security. But what does it mean to India? One thing that DeepSeek is dangerously good at is writing code. It is better than the OpenAI's best AI model, ChatGPT O1, and India is the largest country in terms of number of coders and developers. We have big tech firms like TCS, Infosys, whose main job is to create applications for Western countries, where lakhs of people work using their coding skill. The rise of DeepSeek is a call for coders of India to learn to incorporate the use of tools like DeepSeek in their work, and if they are not willing to adapt to these changes, then many of these coders will be left behind, and people who will adapt and start integrating AI into their workflow will thrive. At the same time, it's not just enough to incorporate foreign AI tools for any kind of work. It is incredibly important to to build our own AI model from scratch. For India to be a part of a global AI race, and even to win, it needs its own fundamental technologies.